So yeah, my name's Shannon Day. I am the new head coach for Next Gen at Loughborough Lightning, but also FPL as well. And I got here, I've been at Lightning now for 7 to 8 years, and I started in Hub way back when, 2018, and I've kind of worked my way up through the pathway, through the age groups, so under 15s, under 19s I've been with for 4 years now, and then this seemed the next natural progression and step going forward. So, well, why Lightning? I love it. I'm Lightning through and through. I am, it runs deep. Lightning for me just has such a legacy, like along with the university as well. Like it's everything that encompasses performance, and it's one of the best franchises out there, in my opinion. I'm very biased because I'm at Lightning, but it is, it just holds something special, I think, and it just has the edge. And then coaching, that's something that I've been so passionate about all my life. Like, I love sport. I've grown up with it. My dad has coached all his life, and so, it's so funny, like he goes, I've made like a family of coaches because my sister also coaches. But I just love the game, and I love seeing young athletes come through and, helping them on their journey to get to where they want to be. And yeah, like I'm more nervous as a coach than I'm a player, to be honest. So I kind of like stopped playing, and I thought, I'll try a bit of coaching. And I was like, I think I'm more nervous being a coach than I am a player. But I just love all aspects of the game from an analytical point of view as well. But those moments where, you see a team put out that performance that you've helped them get to, it's just amazing. My coaching philosophy is, I find it's really important to me that any player that comes under me gets better on their journey, no matter what that looks like. And that's not just as a player, that's also as a person. I'm really big on, what we do in life, and those small moments, and actually a group coming together and being able to achieve something so big and amazing. And that doesn't always mean winning. That can sometimes just be getting better throughout a season. But I want every player under me to feel like they were valued and that they got something from being under my coaching influence. Whether that's to go on to do more or even other things in life as well. I think this next step in my journey is going to be, it's going to be a challenge for me. It's definitely a step up. But what I find so beautiful about the journey is I've had girls that I've had since year 8, and some of them have gone on to be in Next Gen, not just in Lightning, but in other places, but also Super League. Getting into the England pathway. So for me, it's just when I started 8 years ago, I didn't even think about where those players were potentially going to be in 8 years, and now it's come to fruition, and I'm like, I was part of that journey with them, and only sometimes a small part, but actually that to me is just something that is so important, and it paves the way. I'm really passionate about grassroots and the experience players have, especially younger, having been there and done it, and seeing what it can come out of it as well. So I have been really lucky to be surrounded by such good people. I've had Josie for the past 4 years, who's just been amazing and really been supporting me in my journey and believed in me when there was times where I was just ready to throw in the towel. There's Louise Hopkin, who again has just been a rock at times when times have got tough, and she's just been a real mentor to me. But also just riding the waves of coaching, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens. Sometimes you think you're going to get through it, and you don't think you're going to get through it, and you do, and you're like, oh my gosh, that was a lesson for a reason. But then also there's times with the real highs, like winning championships, where, they're just moments that make you feel so alive, and, you hold on to those moments, and, suddenly you're back to square one again in pre-season, you're ready to go again, but you kind of hold, and I suppose I hold on to those moments and take it in as part of me. It becomes part of my coaching journey and kind of what we foster and what we're aiming for, but to inspire others coming through as well. So I'm just really excited for this new challenge. We've got such an amazing group of girls here, and coaches and staff, and I'm really lucky that Josie's set such a legacy here alongside with Vic, and I think it's a really good foundation to go into. I just think this team have so much potential, but also just to be different. Like they're creative, they've got flair, they're not afraid, they like have no fear, and I'm just so excited to see that on the court. And you know, we've got a target on our backs. Like this season, you know, we won last season, and you know, there's going to be teams looking at Lightning being like, we're going to have you. And I'm just like, I just know this team aren't going to roll over without a fight, and I just know they're going to bring the fire this season. So I'm just really excited to see what that looks like in action. So.